Hello, and welcome back to another CK3 video. In this series we're going to be looking at the 5 lifestyle trees and what all of the perks and focuses within them mean. We are going to be starting by looking at the diplomacy lifestyle, which centres around foreign affairs and your own family and relations within your kingdom. Please like and or subscribe if you enjoy the video. So firstly, we will have a look at the 3 focuses. So here there is foreign affairs, majesty and family. Foreign affairs gives you a +3 to diplomacy, majesty gives you +1 diplomacy and +1 prestige, and family gives you +2 diplomacy and 20% fertility. Foreign affairs is useful if you just need a flat diplomacy bonus, although the 3 there is not incredibly useful across the game. Majesty is nice if you need more prestige, as it gives you just a flat increase of +1 prestige a month, plus a little diplomacy buff. And family gives you more fertility, which makes your chances of having children, well, 20% higher in this case. They also will give you 25 experience, so that you'll be getting perks more often. So starting here with the Diplomatry, this focuses around relations with vassals and other nations. So the first perk is Thoughtful. Now Thoughtful increases the opinion gained from Send Gift. Now Send Gift usually is sending about 50 gold to somebody, and you will gain anywhere from 5 to about 80 relations with them, depending on how much they already like you and their rank and so on. So this is a very useful perk if you want to just increase people's opinion of you quickly by sending them gifts. Going down this side we have Juco Conquest. This gives you a flat 20% title creation cost, so that knocks 100 gold off the 500 gold it costs to create a kingdom. It knocks gold off the gold you need to create duchies and counties as well. So it just makes it a lot cheaper to create titles within your nation. It also gives you the Juco Conquest Casus Belli, which essentially allows you to seize counties that you can use to create a duchy that you might not already have. Next up is the Forced Vassalage perk. This lets you use the Forced Vassalization Casus Belli on rulers around you with 3 or less counties who are a lower rank than you, and it allows you to take them and make them your vassal. So this is very useful for expanding, although I do find that you end up with a lot of vassals who don't like you if you go down this route, so it's not the best perk in the game. Then we have Adaptive Traditions. Adaptive Traditions increases the amount of languages you can learn by quite a significant amount, because it increases the amount of schemes you can have to learn languages by just a flat +1, so you can have 2 going at once. And any affairs you do with other nations are 25% more effective. So this means that dealing with alliances and with wars and with negotiations with other nations and foreigners around you is a lot easier. Then we have Flexible Truces. This decreases the time it takes for a truce. So truce is normally 5 years. Flexible truces knock 1 to 2 years off flexible, and you also don't suffer a prestige penalty. Normally you go down a level of prestige if you break a truce. With this perk you do not, so it's quite useful if you want to just keep breaking truces and be a bit of a dishonourable ruler. Defensive Negotiations, +15 fellow vassal opinion. So if you yourself are a vassal, all your other vassals will like you more, 15 more, which is quite a nice bonus to have, especially if you're trying to create a rebellion. If you are a ruler, other independent rulers will have a +15 opinion of you as well, useful for alliances and other foreign affairs. And you can also propose an alliance without marriage, which allows you to try and convince a nation to ally with you, even without marrying into their family, which can be very useful. Embassies increase the strength of Adaptive Traditions by giving you +75% scheme power to learn language. So not only can you have 2 at once, but you can also have them be 75% more effective. This also means that your alliances can give you a +1 to diplomacy, up to 5 alliances and a +5 in diplomacy. This also allows you to increase your foreign affairs, because learning languages increases foreigners' opinion of you. And then at the bottom we have Accomplished Forger, which gives you a +75% speed on Fabricate Claim on County, which is excellent. Normally it takes, depending on your bishop's learning skill, it can take anywhere from 3 years to 9 years or even longer to fabricate a claim. It also allows you to buy an artifact claim, giving you more reasons to invade, but also to pinpoint artifacts you would like to take. And if you do the full Diplomatry, you will end up with the Diplomat perk, which is a nice perk to have, giving you a +3 to diplomacy. Independent rulers will have a +20 opinion of you, and all personal schemes, whether that be befriend or seduce, will have a +25% power, which is very nice to have. Next up is the August tree, and this tree focuses more on your position as a ruler and the kind of impression you have on other rulers and people within your kingdom. So you start with benevolent intent, giving you a flat 30% to sway scheme power. This is a great perk because the sway scheme is a great way to get vassals, bishops, even foreign rulers who do not like you to start liking you by increasing their relations with you by just swaying them with a scheme, and this gives you a flat 30% power to that, so it's a great perk to have. Inspiring rule here gives you 5% monthly prestige per powerful vassal on the council. Ordinarily, in a Catholic nation, you'll have 4, so that gives you, if you have 4 powerful vassals on the council, that is a 20% prestige buff, which is a really nice buff to have. Then you have firm hand. This is if you want to be a bit more of an evil ruler, giving you a 1% prestige per dread. Obviously, you can have up to 100 dread. So theoretically, if you do some truly evil stuff, you can have 100% extra monthly prestige, giving you double whatever your current monthly prestige is. This is huge if you're quite an evil ruler who wants a lot of prestige quickly. Praetorian Guard also gives you prestige, but for each knight you have. So whether that's 9 or 11 or 13 or 15 or even 18, 2% per knight means that'll add up quickly as well, and you can get a fair amount of monthly prestige. With these 3 perks, you will get tons of monthly prestige. Then we have True Ruler. This gives a flat 25 acceptance buff to you, to anybody you're offering vassalization to. And oftentimes this can be the difference between getting a vassal at low obligations and medium obligations, because this will just bump them over that threshold. So it's a really nice perk to have if you want to vassalize the smaller nations around you. Writing History gives you the Commission Epic decision. Now this decision is a great decision. It allows you to commission an epic quality item to be made for you, either to go on your person or to go into your royal court, which can give you some great buffs and be handed down through your family, and you get to shape what you'd like it to be. This decision is also very good if you want prestige, because you get prestige by creating this item. We have a Life of Glory down here. So this doubles the impact of your level of fame. Now this is a little bit confusing at first, but it's quite simple really. Your level of fame, if you're a high level of fame, your vassals will like you more. That doubles that. Plus 20 opinion modifier, because you have illustrious level of fame, it'll go up to a plus 40. And that affects all aspects that your level of fame might have an impact on, whether that's taxation in certain nations, whether vassals have to like you, whether that's just the opinion of vassals, whether it's vassalization acceptance. All of these things are affected by Life of Glory, and so it is great if you want to have a big impact on increasing your authority over others. A Dignitas is another good one to have if you've gone up a lot of levels of fame, giving you +1 diplomacy per level of fame, and with there being quite a few levels of fame, as you can see there, if you get up to Exalted Amongst Men or the Living Legend, you can have 5 or 6 extra diplomacy levels, which is just great to have. This all culminates in the August perk down here, giving +2 diplomacy, which is really nice, and a +1 to martial, which is just a nice little addition considering this is a diplomacy tree, but also just a flat 1 prestige a month. Third up, we have the Family Hierarchy tree, and this increases your relations within your own family. The Befriend perk allows you to do the Befriend Scheme, and that's essentially to pick somebody who you want to be your friend, whether they're a powerful ruler or a vassal, or just somebody you like. You can befriend them, and the scheme will progress, and at the end of it, if it's successful, they will become your friend. It also gives you an interaction with other characters, challenge to board game, which can increase the opinion with one another and grow friendships better. You then have confidence with the friends you made from Befriend and in other walks, whether that be feasting or visiting them. Each friend gives you a -5% stress gain, and this scales infinitely. So if you have 10 friends, you have a -50% stress gain. You're not going to be gaining stress at any significant rate. It's quite a simple perk, but it's very effective if you have lots of friends. Flatterer is another good one. if you want to go down the friendship route, because it gives you a 30% flat power bonus to the Befriend Scheme. So these 3 perks here together allow you to not only never get stressed, but also create friends incredibly quickly. This tree over here starts with Groom To Rule, and this is my favourite perk in the Diplomacy lifestyle tree. I always try and pick it up on every ruler, at least if they have some children, because it just gives them, every child, a flat 1 to 3 skill points, which is these down here. These here. And so it means that they will just be better off, well-rounded with their stats, even if your ruler is not diplomacy focused, like Charles here. Heart of the Family gives your close family a plus 15 opinion of you. Close family is your children, your spouses, and your parents, and anybody your children is married to. And so that increases the opinion of your children and can lead to some very nice family relations, especially if your children or your siblings go on to become rulers of other nations. Thicker Than Water gives you a flat 25% increase to any schemes you do against family members, whether it be seducing or befriending or any other personal scheme in the game. If you're doing it against a family member, even distant ones like cousins, uncles, you have a 25% increased success on that, which is excellent. The Council benefits from all of the friendship perks underneath the befriend thing here, giving you 2 random skill points for each of your friend relations. Although this is only up to 5, it means if you have 3 friends, you can have an extra 5 skill points just popped into your tree there, which is brilliant, and a nice thing to go down if you want to go on becoming quite a friendly and popular ruler. 7th edition of the Great one to combine with the family focus here, because for every child you pop out, you get yourself an extra skill point, up to 5 children. So if you have 5 children, which is not hard to have if you find yourself a fertile wife and you take the family focus perk, you get another 5 skill points. So these 2 combined, that's an extra 10 skill points, which is really nice if you want to round out a quite weak statted leader. And that culminates in the Patriarch trait, giving you 20% more fertility, so you pop out more children and speed up your skill points from the previous perks, plus 20% stress loss, which is always really nice to have because it means that you can just perform more as a ruler. Close family and house opinion modifiers of 15 and 10 respectively, both of which mean that not only will your close family, whether they're rulers or vassals or just relations of yours, will like you more, but also anybody in your house, so even very distant relations, will also like you more. That is my explanation of the Diplomacy lifestyle tree in Crusader Kings 3. I hope you enjoyed the video and learnt something from it, and that it was useful, at least to some extent. Please like and or subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and keep an eye out for the rest of this series while I'll go over the other 4 lifestyles and the perks within them. Thank you all for watching, and have a good day, folks.